what is that? A spider, a big spider. Ah, yeah, a big black spider. Yeah, black one. Yes, spider should understand he cannot do that. Yeah, Robert Bruce is thinking, foolish spider, gong spider. The spider should understand that he cannot go to the roof. Why should he go to the roof? He can go anywhere. There are a lot of places in this world he can go to. Why should he go to the roof? Pisu guy. What I'm doing is language production. Okay, I have no idea what I'm talking about. That is spoken language. Clear? Yeah. Hi there. I'm Surang from Englishman. Today is Total Immersion. අද ඔබ මුළුමනින් ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාව ගිලෙන්නයි යන්නේ. ඉතින් අපි කොච්චර ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාව පිළිබඳව දැනුම එක්රස් කරගත්තත් වැඩක් නැහැ. මේ කතා කරනවා කියන එක වෙනම දෙයක්. ඒක ඇඟට එන්න ඕනි. ඒක ඇඟට එන්නේ අපි මුළුමනින්ම ඉංග්‍රීසි වුණාම තමයි. ඒක නිසා තමයි ගොඩාක් අයට ওই ඩිග්‍රීස් කරලා ඩිප්ලෝමාස් කරලා ඉස්කෝලේ ගිහිල්ලා ඉංග්‍රීසි කොච්චර ඉගෙන ගත්තත් කතා කරන්න බැරුව ඉන්නේ. මේක comprehensible input. ඒ කියන්නේ අපිට ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් යමක් තේරෙන්න ඕනි. එහෙම කාලාන්තරයක් යනකොට ඒ වැඩේ පුළුවන් වෙනවා. ඔයාට ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් ලෙක්චර්ස් අහගෙන ඉඳලා ඒවා වාගේ අඟට දෙවුනොත් ඔයාට ලෙක්චර්ස් කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙනවා. ඔයාට ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින් නිවුස් කියනවා අහගෙන ඉඳලා හිටියොත් නිවුස් කියන්නත් පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඉඩ තියෙනවා. නමුත් ප්‍රශ්නේ තියෙන්නේ ඔබට ඕනි මොනවද කතා කරන්න කියලා මං හිතන්නේ. එහෙම කතා කරනවා නම් ඔබ කතා කරන ඉංග්‍රීසි දකින්න ඕනි. ඉතින් මේ ස්ටෝරීස් වලින් අපි ඉදිරිපත් කරන්නේ කතා කරන ඉංග්‍රීසි තමයි. ඒ කියන්නේ මේක ස්ටෝරි එකක් කියන්නේ කතාවක් ඇත්තටම අවසානයේ. කතා කිරීම තමයි මේකෙදි සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ විවිධ විදියට කන්වර්සේෂන්ස් වෙන්න පුළුවන් නොඑක් විදියට. ඉතින් ඒකින්ද අවසානයේ මට ඕනකම තියෙන්නේ ඔබ මුළුමනින්ම ඔබේ ඔලු ගෙඩිය ඉංග්‍රීසි ආසේ ඔබන්න වෙනින් දෙයක් ඇහෙන්නේ නැති වෙන්න. අන්න එතෙන්දි තමයි ඔබ ඉගෙන ගන්න. ඒක ලෝකයේ දන්න එකක් අපි දන්නේ නැති වුණාට දැන් ඉතින් කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. මම එහෙනම් යනවා කතන්දරයට. අද කතන්දරේ තමයි Robert Bruce and the Spider. Robert Bruce and the Spider. Robert Bruce, I think you must have heard of this story. Robert Bruce was the king of Scotland. You must have heard of Scotland, England, Scotland, sort of things. Robert Bruce was the king of Scotland. He was the king, not King Rajasinghe. The king, King Robert Bruce. Robert Bruce was the king, yeah. The English attacked his kingdom. The English attacked his kingdom. The English language? No. The English means people from England. Yeah, people of England. That is the English. That is the idea. The English attacked his kingdom. Who attacked his kingdom? The English. The English means people from England. The forces or whatever, the soldiers, whoever from England, the England people attacked Scotland people. So the king of the Scotland was at that time Robert Bruce. The English attacked his kingdom. Kingdom means, what is kingdom? Kingdom is the king is controlling a very large area. The Grama Sayaka is controlling a very small area. That is what we call Gama. Clear? Yeah. Town people, they are controlling, doing things, something about town area we call it. Nagara Sabha Sima, whatever it is. So, municipal. So, that is it. But king instead, he is controlling, ruling a very large area. Now we have a president. Just like those days, kings, they are ruling a large, that is Polonnar or something. You remember, the word, you know what the word is. Mahanuara. That is the kingdom, you know that. English attacked his kingdom and he fought bravely. Who fought bravely? Robert Bruce, the king of Scotland, fought bravely. Fought. F-O-U-G-H-T. Fight present and fought past. He fought bravely because this is a past event. That is why he is using the past. He fought bravely, but at last, he fought bravely means he was not frightened. No. He was something like that, king of Scotland. And he fought bravely, but at last he was defeated. Finally, he was defeated. What is defeated? Who was defeated? King of Scotland, that is Robert Bruce, was defeated. Defeat means if, now for example, a fight goes between somebody, A and B, between A and B. So if A wins, B is defeated now. A defeats B. You understand? Dutugamunu Elar. Dutugamunu wins and he was defeated, Elar. Yeah, you understand defeat, what the defeat means. The England were much strong, fought bravely, but at last he was defeated. Who was defeated? The King of Scotland defeated. Robert Bruce was defeated. The English were much stronger. English were much stronger. Stronger. Scottish people strong. What do we call English people? Stronger. Yeah. Not just stronger. Much stronger. No, not that. Not the much stronger, clear. But at last he was defeated. The English were much stronger. So each time he fought, each time, first time, second time, third time, fourth one, whatever happens, always when he tries, he is defeated. Who is defeated? King of Scotland. So each time, not first time, not second time, not third time, each and every time he tried, he was defeated. So each time he fought, he was defeated. At last he had to flee and hide in a cave to save his life. At last he had to flee. At last, that is finally, he had to flee. Who had to flee? King of Scotland had to flee. What is flee? Going away from, running away from a place because it is really dangerous to be here. Flee. Maybe the place is unpleasant, maybe place is bad, or maybe there is something threatening. Flee from. Maybe in prisons, when people break prison, they flee because it is not intelligent enough to be here. It is not wise to be here. So going away from that, that is fleeing because of they are threatened, something like that. So therefore, when he is defeated, no alternative. That is the only thing that he can do. Clear. He fought, he was defeated. At last, he had to flee and hide in a cave to save his life. Hide in a cave to save his life. Hide means hide and seek. Small kids, I have told you this, the good number of times. Hide and seek. There is a game, play or whatever. Small kids play. One kid has to find other kids. When they cannot be seen, they go here and there and everywhere. So, you know what happens. Everybody, each and everybody, those days, now they are not doing that. Hide and seek, very good thing. Yeah. Hide means, you go to a place so that you cannot be seen. People cannot see you. At last he had to flee and hide in a cave. You know what cave is? Cave. Lion's cave. Yeah. Cave to save his life. Save his life. What is saving his life? Yeah. Save his life. Save means, to get away from troubles. That is meant to survive. That is, he wants to live. So therefore, to save his life means you save money. Why do you do? Why do you save money? So we save money, we are not using it. Nothing happens to that money if we save that, okay? So when we save money, save means we put money aside. We don't touch it. Nothing happens to that. So if I happen to save myself, nobody can touch me because I'm in a place nobody can see. So I can save myself. Nobody can touch me. Yeah. Save his life. So one thing I should tell you is actually mama දැන් මේ stories සිංහලෙන් කියන්නම් ඒක මම දැන් මේ stories කරනකොට සමහර අය කියනවා සර් ඔක තේරෙනවනේ මේ කියන එක හොඳට තේරෙනවනේ මේ ගොඩක් කරවා මේ හැම වචනෙම විස්තර කරන්න යන්න එපයි කියලා. මම මේ වැඩේ කරන්නේ දැනගෙන හොඳේ හරිද? මම මේ නිකන් පොතක් අහුවෙච්ච පළියට හෝ ඒව මේව කරලා නෙමෙයි මම මේ ලැන්ග්වේජ් ටීචින් පිළිබඳව මගේ හොඳ ස්ටඩි එකක් තියෙනවා. අලුත් ක්‍රම පිළිබඳව සහ ස්ටීවන් ක්‍රැෂන්ගේ කම්ප්‍රිහෙන්සිබල් ඉන්පුට් පිළිබඳව. ඒකින් හින්දා ඉංග්‍රීසි නොතේරුණු කෙනෙකුට උනත් දැන් ඒ කියන කට්ටියට තේරෙනවා ඇති හොඳට දැන් මේක ට්‍රාන්ස්ලේට් කරනකොට තේරෙනවා ඇති. දැන් මට ඕනකම තියෙන්නේ එහෙම නේ අපිට ස්පෝකන් ඉංග්ලිෂ් හැදෙන්නේ මේක ට්‍රාන්ස්ලේට් කරාට නෙමෙයි. ඕක තමයි තේරෙන්නේ නැත්තේ කට්ටියට. දැන් මම මේක කිව්වනම් රොබර්ට් බෲස් was the king. Robert Bruce was the king. Then ඒක විතරක් translate කරා නම් yeah Robert Bruce was the king. He was ruling that part of the country and then of Scotland, that is Scotland. ඔහොම කියා ගියා නම් ඔයගලන්ට මේ කතාව තේරෙනවා. But spoken English හරියන්නේ නැහැ. Spoken English හරියන්නේ අර language එක එන්න ඕනේ නිකන් එක එක ඒවා හිතු මනාපිට විස්තර කරන ගානට එන්න ඕනේ. ඒ කියලා කියන්නේ spoken English කියන්නේ අහඹු එකක් නේ, random එකක් නේ. නේද? අපිම දන්නේ නැහැ මොනවද අපි කියන්නේ කියලා කතා කරනකොට නේ කලින් හිතාගත්ත ඒවා නෙමෙයි. ඒකද මට ඔබට පෙන්වන්න ඕනකම තියෙන්නේ කලින් හිතාගත්ත නැතුව කතා කරන ඒවා. ඒතර මම මේ පොතේ මේක මම බලනවා මේ ස්ටෝරි එක මොකක්ද කියලා මේකේ මොනවා හරි වචන මට එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරන්න තියෙනවද කියලා මම බලනවා ඇත්තටම බොහෝ වෙලාවට. ඒක ටිකක් ලොකු ස්ටෝරි එකක් නම් කොහොම වුණත් මම මෙතනට ඇවිල්ලා වාඩි වෙන්නේ මේක මොනවද කියන්නේ කියලා කල්පනා කරන්නේ නැතුව. එතකොට තමයි මගේ කතාව සාර්ථක වෙන්නේ. මම හිතාගෙන අරවමියෝ කරගෙන ලියාගෙන අරවමියෝ ඇවිල්ලා මෙතන මේක කියන්න පටන් ගත්තොත් මේ කතාව ස්පෝකන් ඉංග්‍රීසි එකට හොඳ නැහැ. ඒද මම ඉන්න ඕනි පොසිෂන් එකක මම කතා කරන දේවල් මමම දන්නේ කොහින්ද එන්නේ කියලා. එතකොට තමයි ස්පෝකන් ඉංග්‍රීසි කියන එක එන්නේ. ඒකින්ද ඒ කියන අය මම මේ කියන්නේ ස්පෝකන් මේ කතාව තේරුම් කරන්න මට කිසි අවශ්‍යතාවයක් නැහැ. මට ඕනි මේක හරහා ලැන්ග්වේජ් ප්‍රොඩක්ෂන් එකක් අලුතෙන් ලැන්ග්වේජ් ලියලා නොපෙන්නන්න. එතකොට තමයි කට්ටියට පුළුවන් වෙලා ওই කමෙන්ට්ස් දාලා තියෙන්නේ පුළුවන් වුණායි කියලා. හරි. One day, yeah, okay, now he's not fighting, you know that he has gone to somewhere. Okay. One day when Robert Bruce was lying in his cave and thinking of his fate, his eyes fell on a spider. Now we are going to spoken part with this second part. One day when Robert Bruce was lying in his cave, lie. What is lie? Sleeping this way, sleeping. Your body should be horizontal. This is vertical. This plane is vertical. Plane is, you understand, plane, surface. This plane is vertical. This plane is horizontal. When you are sleeping in your bed, your position is horizontal. This is what we call horizontal. You understand the singular word. If you learn mathematics or whatever it is, I'm not going to tell you the useless singular word here. You know now what I mean. If I say the singular word, you understand. But I don't want to say the singular word. You're horizontal. Yeah, horizontal position. He is resting. Lying means resting. But not this way. I'm also resting now. But I'm not lying. I'm also resting, you understand? I'm also resting. What are you doing? I'm resting, Machang. But I'm not lying. Lying means in this position, horizontal position, when I rest, yeah. One day when Robert Bruce was lying in his cave, and thinking of his fate, his eyes fell on a spider. His eyes fell on a spider. Somebody comes and takes his eyes out and put the eyes on the spider. You know what spider is? Spider. Eyes fell on spider means he happened to see, there is a spider. My eyes fell on something. You just think that there is a what do we call cockroach here? Cockroach. My eyes fell on a cockroach, I would say. Eyes fell on means I did not want to look at that, but I happened to see that. Can't help. I happened to see that. That is, one day when Robert Bruce was lying in his cave and thinking of his fate, his eyes fell on a spider. That means, on the other hand, he saw a spider. Yeah, but that is beautiful, fell on a spider. Yeah. What is that? The original way, that is what Robert Bruce must have thought. Yeah. What is that? A spider, a big spider. Ah, yeah, a big black spider. Yeah, black one. Yes. Yeah. I don't know why he's going up. Yeah. I think he wants to go to that place, to the ceiling. That is the reason why he is trying to go up. Yeah, yeah. He is going up. Very good, spider. You carry on. Yeah. You do that. Okay. I'm really tired. I'm going to have a rest. Okay, spider. You do your job, and I'm doing my job. What I'm doing is language production. Okay. I have no idea what I'm talking about. That is spoken language. Clear? Yeah. One day when Robert Bruce was lying in his cave and thinking of his fate, what happened to me? My fate. What will happen to me? What is my fate? Fate is finally what happens final to you. That is your fate. Yeah. If I am going to war, I have no idea what my fate is. For example, my fate is finally what happens to me. Finally what happens to me. ඒක උගේ අපිට කරන්න දෙයක් නෑ ඒක උගේ ෆේට් එක ඒක ඉතින් උගේ ෆේට් එක you understand the word yeah I use singular words but I did not use that now you know what the word is. One day when Robert Bruce was lying in his cave and thinking his fate ayyo shit what will happen to me. I fought each and every time. I mean, it was not successful. That was really bad. I was defeated by the English. Ayyo. So what can I do? What will happen to me? I have no idea. Oh. One day when Robert Bruce was lying in his cave and thinking his eyes fell on a spider. The spider was trying to reach the roof in one corner. Reach the roof. What is roof? You understand roof? Tiled roof. Yeah. The pollat roof at times in some houses, you know. Yeah. Kajan thatched houses, pollat. Yeah. Kajan, yeah. So, yeah. So he was looking at, I think he wants to go to the roof. Okay, good. Fell on the spider. The spider was trying to reach the roof in one corner, you know, four corners for a room in one corner. It failed several times. He tried going up, spider. Jump, jump, bam. He came down. Second time. He came down. Third time. He came down. Fourth time. Fifth time. And Robert Bruce was looking at that. Ayyo, and a piece spider. He must have been really a very foolish spider. Yako. When this happens to him once, okay, trying for the second time. The spider tried for the second time. That's okay. That's quite okay. They fell down. And the spider tried for the third time. That's quite okay. Fourth time. Now, spider should understand he cannot do that. Yeah. Robert Bruce is thinking. Foolish spider, gong spider. The spider should understand that he cannot go to the roof. Why should he go to the roof? He can go anywhere. There are a lot of places in this world he can go to. Why should he go to the roof? Pisu guy. Spider, you cannot go to the roof. Maybe you will try 100 times. You cannot do that. Stop doing that. Robert Bruce must have been thinking, yeah. It failed several times but would not stop trying. At last it succeeded. At last the spider succeeded. Succeeded means he was able to do what he wanted to do. Succeed means you become successful. You're trying to do something. You are trying to make a YouTube channel, okay? And first, nobody is watching your videos. You would say, okay, no problem, I'll do that. And people say that you should not stop, at least you prepare 50 videos for YouTube without thinking about whether they are watching that or not. Okay, don't worry. Something like that. So then nobody is watching your video, 10 videos, nobody is watching, 5 or 6 people. Nobody's commenting, no comments. And then finally, when we pass 100, 99, 100, Then people start watching videos. Then we happen to succeed. Then we become successful. That is succeeding. Succeeding means what happens finally is what you want. You want to do something. You badly needed it. So you want to buy a car, you just think. You also earn money, you have to spend for this and that, and you have no money. Then again you try your best. You would think, no, I'm going to, I should have a fixed deposit. I should not use my money, spend my money. So, yeah, I happen to make it a fixed deposit and I'm not going to withdraw it. And finally it becomes bigger. And always when deposit money as fixed deposits, and finally you collect a lot of money and you buy the car. You succeed in buying the car. Succeeded means finally what happens is what you want. You succeed. Yeah. It failed several times but would not stop trying. At last it succeeded in getting to the roof. At last, finally, he succeeded in getting to the roof. Getting to the roof means going. I got home. I came home. That is got home. Get means going to a place. At last he succeeded in getting to the roof. Robert Bruce learned his lesson from this success of the spider. Robert Bruce learned his lesson. Robert Bruce learned his lesson. Whose lesson? Spider's lesson? No. The king's lesson from the tiny spider. Robert Bruce learned his lesson from this success of the spider. Yako. Yakado. He got onto the roof. How can that be wonderful? I thought he would never reach it. Oh, he is really a small spider, very small, tiny spider. He has no sort of brains. But he tried and tried and tried and tried, and whatever happens, he did not stop trying and succeeded. So why don't I? If I try this thing, dishum, whatever, I have been defeated several times, that's okay, quite okay. But I try my best without stopping, I will win someday, okay. That is a good lesson to me. He shook off his despair. He shook off what? Shook off his despair. Despair means hopelessness. Ayyo ane, munawa karannada? Hope, despair, my despair. Yeah, my despair. There are times that we happen to have a sort of despair. Ayyo, da munawa karannada? Ayyo, what can I do now? I cannot do anything. I was defeated. Ayyo, I'm not going to. Something like despair. Kumkaram, despair. No, yeah. He shook off his despair. First, Robert Bruce was Kumkaram. Oh, what can I do? I was defeated. Ayyo, ayyo, ayyo. Yeah, the spider did the job. And he shook off his despair and began organizing his men again. He started organizing his men again. And this time Robert Bruce had won. He won that time. Chitapatas. He won that time. Driving away the English from his kingdom. Driving away. Driving away means, did they have cars, vehicles to drive? No. Drive away means drive away. I drive away. If I drive away people, I make them go away from this place. I threaten them. I would say, I'll shoot you. I'll kill you. Then they run away. You understand? So, drive away means I use a sort of a force. Somehow, I make this place really bad for them. They would not like to be here. If they happen to be here, you understand, they will have Polupar or something. So therefore, they run away. That is, what do? They run away. What do? I drive them away. I drive them away, they run away. I drive them away, they run away. You understand? Clear. That is it. Driving away the English from his kingdom. So it's really a very beautiful story. It's a bit difficult to find stories now because I have done nearly 190 stories this way. And stories should be really good. Huh? So therefore, one thing that when I'm using a really simple language, anybody can understand that. So that is the place where you can learn spoken language. ඒකෙන්ද අපි spoken language ඉගෙන ගන්නවා කියලා මේ dialogue සරමිය පාඩම් කරලා phrases පවුවා කවදාවත් මතක හිටින්නේ නැහැ. අපිත් phrases කරනවා අරමිය කරනවා තමයි. ඒ කට්ටිය ඉල්ලන හින්දා. හරි හොඳයි. ඒ වුණාට ඕවා මතක තියෙන්නේ නැහැ. මොලේ වැඩේ සෙට් වුණාට පස්සේ තමයි ඒව මතකෙට එන්න පටන් ගන්නෙ. ඕගොල්ලෝ ඉගෙන ගන්න phrases, ඕගොල්ලෝ ඉගෙන ගන්න ඔය සියලුම දේවල් ඕගොල්ලන්ට ඵල ප්‍රයෝජනයකට ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ මොලේ වැඩේ හරි ගියාට පස්සේ. වල් බිමක් තිබුණට ඒකේ ධාවන තරංග තියන්න බෑනේ නේ. වල් බිමක් මෙතන තිබුණට ඒකේ ධාවන තරංග තියන්න බෑ. දුවන තරංග තියන්න බෑ. ඒක කපලා කොටලා පිට්ටනිය මට සිලුට කරලා ඔක්කොම හැදුවට පස්සේ තමයි දුවන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ. සාවගොල්ලෝ එහෙම නැත්තම් මේ ස්පෝර්ට්ස් මේ ෂූස් අර මේ ඔක්කොම ගෙනල්ලා ඔක්කොම જાති ස්පෝර්ට්ස් වලට ඕනියම ඔක්කොම ගෙනහල්ලා ගොඩ ගහගෙන තිබුණත් වැඩක් නැහැ. පිට්ටනිය හරියට නැත්තම් පිට්ටනිය හදලා නැත්තම්. So therefore very first thing is to make the ground level and usable. That is it. Then you can use it. එතකොට තමයි අරගෙන ආපුවා ප්‍රයෝජනට ඇවිල්ලා ඒවා ඔයගලන්ට පුරුදු වෙන්නේ. You understand? ඒකින්ද මේ පිට්ටනිය හදන්න ඕනි ඉස්සෙල්ලා. ඒකට තමයි මම මේ සපෝට් කරන්නේ කතන්දර කියලා. කතන්දර කියලාම මේක කතා කරගන්න පුළුවන් වෙච්ච අය විශාල ප්‍රමාණයක් ඉන්නවා. කමෙන්ට්ස් වලට ගිහින් බලපුවම පේනවා මම PDF එකක් හදලා දාලා තිනවා. ඒකයි කතන්දරේ. ඒ වගේම අපි අගෝස්තු 12 වෙනිදා පටන් ගන්න ස්පෝකන් ඉංග්‍රීසි කෝස් එකක් තියෙනවා ඔන්ලයින්. ඒකට සහභාගී වෙන්න කවුරු හරි කැමති අය ඉන්නවා නම් එහෙම නැත්නම් ඔබ කැමති කවුරු හරි ස්පෝකන් ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉක්මනින් අත්පත් කරගන්න කැමති අය ඉන්නවා නම් ඔබට මේ පණිවිඩය ඒගොල්ලන්ට දෙන්න පුළුවන්. WhatsApp නම්බර් එකක් මගේ වීඩියෝස් වල යනවා. එකක් බලලා තොරතුරු විමසන්න කියලා කියන්න. හරි. එහෙමනම් අපි අද නවතිනවා.